Okay, let's talk a little bit about price action. We're looking at a chart, and what we're going to more or less look at is drop base rallies or rally base drops. This is you can see that we're heading in a downtrend here, and we rallied up to a supply area defined by this candle over here. So once we touch this area for the first time, there's a good chance that we're going to sell off. And what's happening here is you can just see that there's buyers. All of a sudden the buyers leave the arena and sellers came back in, and there's an imbalance here because that wick right there. So if there was just a steady basing sideways, we'd say that price was pretty well equalized, and it didn't there's equal amount of buyers and sellers at that point. But with this wick, it showed us that there were no more buyers left there, and price just sold off. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a change in direction, and that once it comes up and revisits this area for the first time, we expect it to sell off. And so we're in a downtrend here, so this would be a drop, a base, a rally, a base, a drop, a base, and then a continued drop. So this would be a drop, base, drop. But we made a little defined area here, that a supply area that's defined. And once it came back into there, you can see it just sold off, even so much that there was a gap into it. And then the first time it came down here and base sideways with this candle and this wick, it created a demand zone. Then it hit here and took off, and now it came back here, and maybe it will take off again. So those are the areas that we want to buy wholesale, and wholesale can be either at these supply areas, these high supply areas, and then sell back to them at a retail level. Like down here, this would be a great place if you were in a short to sell back. Cover your position, cover your short, and maybe even reverse yourself at this point in time. So the longs would be, wholesale price would be down here, and once it got up to this area, that's retail. You'd be paying retail price around in this area because it wouldn't be as great a value as it was down here. So keeping that in mind, here's a little that tells you the bounce counts, that this aqua blue is like this up here is when it's fresh. It hasn't revisited at all. It made a zone right up here because it had red lines. It's a supply zones. And then this darker blue means it's revisited the area one time. The orange means it's revisited twice. And then we get to a purple, it's 3. A gray is more than 3. So this less likely the more colors, changes there are. So we want to have it come back in these areas and take our first retest into that zone. That's what I wanted to get across in this little video. Is what we're looking for is drop base rallies, rally base drops. We're looking for price to enter some demand or supply areas, and it's simply the emotions of the traders at these points. You can see that as price was very imbalanced here and just sold off.